Hey guys, Steve Zalunardo here with Remax West Zalunardo Associates. Just a quick update for the month of January, just basically what we're seeing. Obviously, we came out of the holidays, still pretty hot, but there was a little bit of a slight cool down and we saw inventory dwindle right down to the 4,000 range. Now coming into January, the first week of Jan, we saw inventory go down as low as 3,500 units for all of the GTA in Toronto, including freehold houses. As of last week, we're about 3,900 units. But the thing to look at here is that 438 units actually sold last week. It's almost like a 10 to 11% chunk of inventory is getting taken out of the current inventory every week. So we don't see any light to this. We don't see inventory that's going to cover these buyers, because currently right now what we're seeing, even on the field with bidding wars and amount of buyers out viewing properties, it's just the most heated I've ever seen it in my life. And not only that, it's uncontrollable inflation that we've ever seen in the housing market ever. Like, there's no rhyme, no reason on housing purchasing. You can't really strategically plan how to buy a house and what to pay for it. And reality is they're going to appraise because everything around it's selling for very similar or even higher prices. So we're not going to have issues with appraisals on closing, which is always a main factor going into like a heated market. I'll give you an example. Currently right now we're working with a few buyers, and every day or every other day we're submitting offers. And you know, some properties have 8 offers, some properties have 25 offers depending on the price point. I'll give you an example. We put an offer out in the country, basically near Mono in Orangeville. We had about 8 to 10 offers on the property, and the last sales in the area like 1,550, and that's 10 acres, and you have a beautiful bungalow that was renovated with outdoor like barn, I would imagine, and a secondary building where you can, with like a garage rather, and that sells for like 1,515 and change, and that's literally in November of 2021. Now fast forward into January, house comes out on the market. It's only 2.5 acres. The house is a newer build, you know, very, not modern, but more like country-ish kind of style, but nothing over dazzling, but it was a great property. It had one exterior building, was a garage with basically like a duplex with a bunkie. And so we bid about 100,000 more than, let's say, the last sold in the area. But remember, the last sold had 10 acres. This is only 2.5 acres. Obviously per acre, there's a huge cost to that. So you're thinking maybe 100 grand, right? If it was 10 acres, we would have went maybe $200,000. But because it was 7.5 acres short of the last sale, we go 100K over. And we think we're in contention here. Let's say this is, you know, at least will be 1 to 3 offers in, and away we go. Reality is we got killed in the sense that it sold for 1.8 million. So if market would prevail like 165 to 17, it sells for 1.8. So it's like jittery, nervous buyers just submitting obscene offers on properties and just to grab one. And potentially some of these buyers are ones that have sold and they have to get into the market, so they're paying whatever to get it. And another situation is we were with a smaller property up in Newmarket. It was a semi-detached in Newmarket. Remember, this is Newmarket. So semi-detached, about 1,600 square feet, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, unfinished basement, sided onto Davis, like a major road. It's basically Highway 9. So there's huge street traffic, right? That's our direct neighbor is a main road. This property, or these properties in this area, are probably selling for about $1,150 prior. I think one sold for $125 in the past, but this was finished basement, a larger unit, and it wasn't on sided onto a main road. It was more on an interior unit, which obviously brings in more money. So we offer about $1,320,000 for the property. And the way it was going, I mean, there's 24 offers registered, and the way it was going, it looks like at the head of this, because I was told at some point, you know, make sure you have your deposit present, and away you go. So I rushed, you know, 5 p.m. on a Friday, go to the bank, go into my own personal holding corp and pull out $65,000 to get this money ready for the selling agent, because it looks like it's our offer. And you know, 1-2 hours later, when everything was finalized, one other offer came in ahead of us at $1,375. So basically like a $50,000 to $60,000 spread between offer 1 and offer 2. And this conversation is gonna bring me into the next topic. What I want to talk about is basically the bidding wars and the transparent type bidding versus like closed bidding that we're currently trading real estate in right now. And I remember when the Liberals, probably one of the only good thing about their housing, what they want to do with the housing crisis that we're currently in with the overinflation, was to curtail bidding wars and make them transparent rather than closed bidding, which is an amazing thing. Like, if they would abolish the closed bidding, we'd have a better idea of what houses are actually selling for. and cause unnecessary inflation in particular areas like this one in Newmarket, because obviously if we sold for $13.20 and $13.25 versus $13.60, $13.70, the next house that goes on the market, which is two more going now, they're going to be following those prices. So you're going to see this unnecessary jump for no reason. So we're going to see, I think by time this government or the next government abolishes closed bidding practices, it's going to be too late. Damage will be done, and we're going to have all this unnecessary inflation, because this should have been a lesson learned in 2017 when we're facing the same type of, where closed bidding was just causing unnecessary inflation. Then we had this market slowdown crash. And then 2018-19, we had this beautiful steady market. And then at the end of 2019, when I believe it was the Liberal government or it was going to be an election, so then the Liberal government changed some of the regulations and the market started to get heated again going into 20. And this is why we saw that huge heat, and obviously COVID happened and we're in the current market that we're in. And that's pretty much it. So we hope that we can change, because not us as the realtors that want to trade real estate like this. For me personally as a professional, if we can have transparent bidding, I think it's the best way to do it. I know I get pushback from some colleagues. They're saying if you ever been to an auction, auctions can get wild and things get overbidded on. But ultimately, that's happening now with no sight or reason on how to bid. At least with a transparent bid, you know what your second offer is. So if you're going to go up in increments of $2,000 to $5,000 to $10,000, that's your choice. And at least you know the second offer in was just $5,000 or $10,000 spread, rather than $50,000 to $70,000, and sometimes $100,000, $150,000 I've seen in my career when I'm on the listing end of this. So yeah, just a quick thought, and that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, and please like, share, and subscribe. We'll get you in the next one. Ciao.